how'd you train? Where'd you go?
Yeah, quick off season. Had a couple months off. Traveled a little bit, worked out a little bit. Tried to relax a little bit because it was a long season, but stayed in shape. I'm excited to be back.
How long we got at the podium this year? Still 90 seconds?
Definitely still 90 seconds. 90 seconds obviously got us the championship, so maybe up here too. Huh?
Your contract's going to be potential.
Right to it, huh?
Yeah. I mean, should be, right?
Right.
Yeah, we got 90 seconds. Yeah. How much of that is on your mind right now?
I mean, we do what we needed to do last year. Got a championship as a team, and obviously it's something that's out there. But my reps handle that, and got the utmost faith and confidence that we'll work something out. But I'm just here to play basketball and excited to be back with the team.
Is your preference to get something done before the deadline?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I got the utmost confidence in myself as always. But the decision we'll know in a couple of weeks after we get back from Tokyo, and then we'll kind of just play it by ear.
Would you prefer to, or I guess, would you be okay going into the season, as a free agent, essentially?
I mean, however we go into the season is however we go in. And, I mean, I'm going to play my game, continue to be me, and, put everything forward to help us win games, whatever the situation or circumstance is. And, yeah.
Is it nerve-wracking, or is it because of what you've been through already, it's easy to put a contract out of your mind? Like, what's the mindset?
We just won a championship, and being able just to experience that in year 3 and be a really big part to that, really big key. It's a really exciting feeling, and I'm really excited to see if we can get back to that and, embrace that and experience that one more time. So if anything, that's kind of what what we're looking forward to. I mean, at least me personally.
When you look at how you played, especially in the finals, what does that do for this coming season and how you approach it?
Well, we played the best basketball at the highest level, and being able to, go to my first playoff run and, have a pretty good outing feels pretty good. You just build off of that. You know what that's like now to play at the highest level. You know what to expect. You know what it takes. And you learn, you mature, you grow, and you just continue to find ways to get better.
Jordan, what specifically did you learn from the postseason run last year, now that you've had time to reflect on everything?
It'll be a lot of ups, a lot of downs. You talking about in the game specifically, like through basketball or just in general? Well, you got to stay locked in the entire time. It's a different demand than it is in the regular season. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of adjustments, just stay connected. And the camaraderie that you have with your team is huge, and we were able to build all year. And then we really were able to play together and everybody be healthy going into the playoffs. And it was a really, really good feeling.
Jordan, Chris Alvarez, ABC7 back here. Towards the end last year when you're having a breakout season, I noticed in the playoffs there was fans that dressed up in pool party gear. Did you notice that at all?
Yeah, definitely. And I am extremely appreciative to even see that they're out there, just with their floaties and their pool party shirts and their, scuba gear. I think that's pretty awesome. And I try to go over there and say what's up or, just make a comment about it as often as I can. And we're in California, so why not have the pool party, right?
Yeah, last one on the pool parties. You mentioned in the summer during the parade, pool parties are summer. What makes a good pool party?
Music, vibes, any swim attire, and some water. You'll be all
right. Bill Huang from Tencent. So how was the pickup game experience with Jeremy Lin this summer?
Yeah, it was good just to get back on the court with Jay Lin. We played a little bit in a bubble, say, prior to this past season. It was good to get out there and play. He had called and said if I ever wanted to get any run in, just go hit him up. And went a couple of times, got up and down, and it was good to just see him again and play with him again.
Hey, Jordan. Colin Ward-Henninger, CBS Sports. You obviously improved as the season went on last year, really hit your stride towards the end. How are you preparing for maybe defenses keying in on you, kind of knowing how good you are this season and kind of going after you, particularly when you're in those second units?
Find ways to be better. Those are challenges that come with it. It's a good problem to have. Find ways to just add to my game, play with my teammates. Obviously there'll be different schemes and stuff that I'll see all year. So, just lock into the film and, try to adjust as best we can. And, it'll be a pretty exciting objective and challenge to kind of, overcome.
Hey, Jordan, I know you did a lot of traveling in the off season, and I think just what does that do for you as a person, kind of mentally and just personally, and what are you looking forward to most traveling now with Japan?
Just trying to be as cultured as possible, It's my first time kind of really just being overseas and embracing the culture, experiencing different things, different foods, especially in the off time that we have. We're so locked in and it's so demanding during the season. Kind of just have some downtime and, just try to learn things and become more appreciative of all of the opportunities that we have. So it was just amazing to kind of get over there and experience that for, myself and learn and grow and, kind of have some downtime somewhere else with a new change of scenery.
Is there a specific life lesson or culture that you can take from the most over the off season?
Let me come back to that. It's a good question.
JP, did you see your bobblehead and are you excited about it?
I did, and I think it's pretty cool. So shout out to everybody who worked on that, came up with that. That was awesome. Excited. What is it, November 14th? When the day, R2? I don't know if I was supposed to drop that, but November 14th, be there.
Jordan, how much unsolicited contract year advice have you gotten from people?
Not much. If I ask anybody, it would be people that I trust and people who have been through it before. But it really hasn't been I haven't really been paying attention too often, too much. If it comes up, it does, but it hasn't been overwhelming or anything.
So nobody in your family hey man, you got to do this.
We shut that down a long time ago. No way.
What up, JP?
What up?
Last year you were, it was different level of expectations for you. And I'd imagine you felt like yourself, you had a point to prove, but this year, there's a different type of expectation. You're coming off 18 points a game. How are you going into a season where everybody kind of knows what you can do? And now, you have to build on that.
Well, just keep playing my game, obviously. Just trying to get better, whatever that means and whatever aspect that is. But like I hit on earlier, it'll be like a new objective and I'm excited for it, to kind of be the key focus and find ways to learn and grow, my game throughout all of that. And, yeah.
You went from, I think, something like 34% from three in your second year to like 36, 37 last year. I think 39 in the playoffs. Do you have a specific number that you're aiming for? Maybe 40 or, yeah.
Nah, I don't. Our offense is a bit different than a lot of teams in the NBA, and the threes that we shoot aren't necessarily common threes. So whenever I get them in the offense or through the flow of the game, just essentially to try to make the shot. I don't want to think about numbers or think about a certain percentage or a goal to hit. If I got an open shot, just make it and try to do that as often as possible.
Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area, two questions. One, how would you describe Andre's influence / presence on this team, especially the young guys like you?
Really good to have him. I had him last year. Extremely knowledgeable, and he's willing to help us and teach us and give us all of the information and knowledge that he's gained over the years. Extremely beneficial to our team, and being able to have him back is really special.
And the other part is, throughout your time here, it's been consistently said that your work ethic is top notch. What was it like last year to see that pay off? And how do you maintain that level even though you've had some success?
Well, just continuing to be me, continuing to come to work every day and just, give it my all, continue to stay to the same routine and, game plan that I have. And through all of that, you just constantly get better, challenge yourself, push yourself. Luckily, we have a really good organization, really good team, guys who are all motivating each other to get better. So it's a really good environment just to, kind of thrive and push yourself.
Guys always talk about ceiling. Do you have any idea how close you are to how good you can be at this stage, even though you're still very young?
What you mean?
Well, I mean, in your mind, do you think you can get a little better, a lot better? I mean, is there any idea?
A lot better.
And how would you describe a lot?
There is no ceiling. So when people are talking about ceilings, I mean, I don't think that there is one, right? Like you can always get better at something on the court, off the court, individually, personally. There's always room for growth. So there's definitely no ceiling.